It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Cam Newton and the New England Patriots. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. This is Carson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down
on a 2nd and long. It's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Find Dorsett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. Now he'll pull it down. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Carson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
To Chris Carson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Patriots' 39-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of it.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal from the 6. Now it's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Patriots 0.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brought down at the 30.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. On a handoff, it's White. Room here to run. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Patriots nothing.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
55-yard attempt.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Tackle made right at midfield. A gain of a yard.
From midfield now. Here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And he fires one that's intercepted. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Chris Carson.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
By Stephon Gilmore. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
on 2nd down. It's Carson, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
On the carry.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
For a Seattle Seahawks.
Greg Olsen was a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end, and did the same thing before that with the Chicago Bears. Now he moves to the Northwest and gives Russell Wilson a big-time target in the middle of the field.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They run it with Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A big play there for New England. 54 yards.
First down, New England.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56. All right, let's go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
James White.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
The ball carrier.
6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run for it. This is White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown.
Cam Newton. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Patriots.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
Newton's pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st down and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. They'll run the screen with Carson.
That's all you got.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson as time expires in the first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own, or maybe the analytics coach got involved? And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in there on the final play of the first half.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a 1st down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
To James White.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. On the give, it's White. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Opting to run again here with White. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
It always seems like a lightning bolt when you get a big run on 3rd and inches. But in this case, all the credit has to go to the offensive line. They out-leveraged the defensive front and created a gap for him to get through and create that big-time run.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
New England.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
56 to Mark, boy, 56.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
1st down, Patriots.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Out of bounds. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. On the handoff, this is White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Newton. Dancing to his left. He makes Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
16-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Carson, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Chris Carson. He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, Wilson rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
On 1st down, it's Carson. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 22, Wilson complete to Dorsett. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 35, Patriots 7. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The drive starts with a run by White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was taken down.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case,
He had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Newton's pass.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here we go on fourth. Newton. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Damiere Byrd, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Throwing again is Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Second and short now following the fumble. From the gun, Newton. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at third and a few inches. Operating from the gun, Newton. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Newton on first down. Buying time to his left. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The ball carrier.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory.
This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. They'll run on first down. Carson, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score is Seahawks 42, Patriots 7. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Dietrich Wise there on the stop.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry